What's up, guys? This is Preston and welcome back to Exotic Car Blacklist. I wanted to do a 6-month review of my car because I've had it for 6 months now. I missed my 90-day check-in. I wanted to give you guys a full walkthrough or full understanding of the things I like about my car and things I dislike about my car now that I've owned it for 6 months and I've had the time to drive it and put 7,000 miles on it in 6 months, which is a lot. But I just wanted to give you guys a review on it and let you guys know what I thought about it from inside to out. So we're gonna start inside, then we're gonna get out and do a walkthrough.
All right, guys. So let's start here with the doors open, so I can give you guys a real life understanding of what you got to deal with. Not necessarily bad, not necessarily good, but the doors open hella wide, as you see. So from my perspective in driving this car, finding places to park, one of the things you have to worry about from parking this vehicle is if you have someone in the passenger or driver's seat who opens the door up all the way, who will have a tendency to, they will probably hit a vehicle every now and then or hit something in the garage every now and then as well. So I had the issue with my son opening the doors up too far in the garage and he would hit stuff in the garage, so I had to move stuff out of the way. I knew if I pulled it in that I need to pull in more on my side to pretty much keep him from opening the doors and hitting things around him. So that was one of the first things I noticed. Also, when you hop out of the vehicle, you see that you cannot step on these fenders here that are flaring out. This is part of the wide body that came on the car. As you see the little guy here, do not step on. And I had to teach my kids that was not a step as well, because they would have the tendency to try to step on that to get out. From this ledge here to that ledge there, that is not a step that will tear your wide body off. What I like to call a roomy back seat. Oh, look at his footprints. This is how you know you got kids, but this is a roomy back seat. The back seats do come in handy, especially when you have kids my size. I'm 6'4", about 240, and the middle console here works amazing for having the kids in the back. If they have like a cup or something to sit them in, like real life, this was a saver for sure. They got USBs to charge their tablets, which came in handy as well, and I really love that feature about this car. Everything that I need for them to be in the back seat and be comfortable, they have. This I am tinted all the way around on my car. Do have a sunroof on the top. This is a 3-person back seat for these cars as well. So let's step up to mine and see what we got up here. So one thing that I can tell you for a fact is that I wish I'd have upgraded my sound system to the Harman Kardon, because the Alpine in this vehicle here is not as loud as you think it should be or will be, especially riding the road. Sometimes you wish it would go louder, and sometimes like even turning the bass down, turning the music up, it just seems like it's not loud enough. Sometimes you just want to drop those tunes and, you know, just hang out and be you out there in the vehicle. And as you see, I have all my camera equipment up front. I got my son's mask, my water bottle, and my camera lens there. Got my GoPro there as well that I use for my 360 videos. 180 is plenty for the dash. And those of you who saw my last video saw that I got a speeding ticket, and it is for 100-ish in a 65. So we are currently fighting that now, but look at my last video for that. So this thing will pick up and go. One of the things about it, you do also have a light under here, which I think is pretty cool. You can probably see it on the other side there. Probably not right under that speaker. There you go, right there. You got a light under there. So that's one of the cool things about it as well. I love my sunroof. And walking around, the car comes from the factory with 305s on. And I actually took those off and put 315s on the rear so I can hook up a little bit better. So I'm running 315s on my rear now. I swapped out my exhaust tips on here and went from the, I think it was 2 1/4 to whatever it was. I think it was 2 1/4 to 5-inch. So now I have 5-inch tips to fill that gap. As you guys know, there's a gap there from factory. I love the arrows they come with as well. It's very aerodynamic on the vehicle. I switched my tag out. I am officially part of Clickbait, and that's my channel. Exotic Car Blacklist. So I'm gonna show you my junky trunk. Oh, I debadged the back as well. So the back has been debadged. I took Dodge off the back of it just because I like the cleaner look. Took the Scatpack off and left the word Charger on just because people are not car literate, I guess you want to call it that. Got my backup camera here. That's the same, but let's talk about the trunk. My trunk is junky. I know it's junky, but let's talk about how big it is. I can sit in my trunk literally and fit another me and probably another me in there. You know, we're gonna be squished with 3 of us, but this trunk is big enough to carry around like a couple dead bodies if you're into that type of stuff. But I got my weighted vest in here for training. Got my little toolkit just for side of the road stuff. And then I got, you know, just miscellaneous stuff in here. Gym bag, grips for the gym. Got an extra pair of shoes in there. If you need some shoes, if you know somebody that's homeless needs shoes, let me know. I do donate shoes to people. And you got your pull tab here. So just walking around the car again. On my fronts, I got 305s on. 305 seem to be working great for this 315 305 setup. I do like this FA green. I literally can tell you every day I go out in this car, somebody compliments the paint job on it. So I do love this FA green. I did get the version with this particular vehicle without no fog lights on down there, so I don't have any fog lights on. I did look at swapping out my headlights to a LED, and I did try to upgrade to another halogen, but what I learned is that the halogens are pretty much all the same, and LEDs don't have enough light for me. Xenon is the only thing I got to try next. I put a tag on the front. That's part of, you know, just my overall aesthetic look of the vehicle. Left my Scatpack emblem on the front, even though I debadged it and debadging it. You got your emblems on the side that say 392. I took those off as well. So let's pop the hood and see what's done under the hood. So under the hood, we do have our catch can there, and it is a little hot, so I am taking caution when I touch it, just because I do not want to get burned. Let's see if I can get this better in video. There's my Mishimoto catch can. Did go to Universal. No, it's not a JBL or JBT, whatever the other brand is, because I do not want to copy the rest of you guys out there. And that's all I have done under the hood so far. I don't want to really play with too much under here, especially electronics, you know, because these vehicles are warranty. They look for any reason to rid you guys of your warranty. So just keep that in mind. The more you do, the more chances you have of your vehicle coming out of warranty, something go wrong, because they can blame anything on you when that happens. No air intake yet. Probably gonna do an SRT. That's gonna come. But this is what I have so far. This is what I've done so far in my vehicle. And we got this truck that's coming by. It's making too much noise right now. And he just curved this shit. So, all right. So now that he's went by. And that's it. This is my 9-day review. This is everything I've done to it. I still like the car. I still think it's practical. I still do believe you can daily drive a Scatpack, because these are not in the 700, 800 horsepower range. Honestly, when I do step up to the Hellcat, and I'm probably still going to daily drive it, to be real with you, just because, you know, people say you can't daily drive most of these cars. You really can. It just depends on how you drive, right? So I daily drive a Scatpack, 485 horsepower, 475 torque. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And let me talk about the brakes. Let's talk about these Brembo brakes. God almighty, when they put these Brembos on here, what in the world were they thinking? Man, these are the hardest things to keep clean. A lot of guys that I know went to the power stock from the Brembos, but I haven't done it yet, just because it's not time to change my brakes yet. But when it is time to change, I'm definitely going to get rid of Brembos, because I get my car detailed every 2 weeks, and that is the hardest thing to keep clean. Literally, after 3 days of driving in my car, my rims are back dirty again. As far as the rears, I don't really necessarily have a problem like that, and it's probably because when you brake, you know, these are the first things to grab, and the rear brakes, you know, are from when you pretty much slamming on the brakes. So front brakes grab first, rear brakes grab second, hand brake, that's going to be all rear. So yeah, man, this is going to be pretty much everything that I've done so far to my 2020 Widebody Scatpack, and I still love my car from day one. I don't regret buying it. The only thing I don't like is some of these young guys that buy these things and do highway takeovers. I think that's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Irresponsible. And I think that gives these cars a bad name, but they say any publicity is better than no publicity, so I guess that's kind of where it's working for Dodge. But I just love this thing all around. I love the look of it. This thing is my pride and joy. It's just such a good looking car, man. Yes, I would take this over a Challenger, just because aesthetically I feel like it looks better, and that's just my opinion. Call me biased because I own one, but I love my car. Okay, and let's see, miles per gallon. Miles per gallon are still the same. I actually got 18 on my last fill up, because I was driving on the highway, so I'm still pulling 18 to 20 on the highway. As far as, let's see, 18 to 20 on the highway. As far as maintenance cost still has not changed. Everything is still the same. Gas prices are going up, so now when I fill this vehicle up, it's taking around $70 to fill it up. So that's something to keep in mind as you're buying that. If that's an issue with you, then don't buy one of these, because you will be at the gas station once or twice a week if you drive every day like I do. You got to run 93 in it. This is not an 89. This is not a 91. You can run excuse me, you can run higher than 93, but you obviously the vehicle need to be tuned for. I looked at running 100, but there's no point in running 100 octane in here. I looked at running E85 on here, but there's no point in running E85 yet until you have forced induction, which is then going to help, you know, lower that gas temperature in the vehicle, help with the timing as well, so on. Read up on it and understand it for yourself. But there are a lot of things you can do with it. I did make a video on supercharging this thing. I haven't done it yet. It's something that I still want to do, but I have to do some other safety checks and put them in order first before I do something like that. So this is my 90-day review of my 2020 Dodge Charger Widebody Scatpack, and this is part of the SRT family. This is powered by SRT, so I consider this an SRT. The difference in this and the 21s are nothing. So there you go. Whether you want a 20, whether you want a 21, you're gonna be buying the same exact thing. The only things I could tell you that you can get different would be that would be some of the power packages that come with the vehicle. You know, the tele whatever for the steering wheel, so you can move it up and down. You got your fog lights. You got your collision warning system, all that good stuff. So yeah, so that's going to be the only difference. I mean, same exact body style, same exact motor, no horsepower updates, no interior updates. As you know, as far as Dodge, you buy higher trims, you get pretty much the same interior. Besides the red eye, you do have a lot more bells and whistles in that SRT menu. The coolest thing I saw was the chiller that goes inside to keep redirect the air conditioner inside the car into the supercharger to cool it down, because you know those engines will get hot with 800 horsepower. So yeah, I think I touched on everything here, and this is again my 2020 Dodge Widebody Scatpack, and I hope you guys enjoyed this 6-month wrap up, because it's not a 90-day review. I missed that. So this is a 6-month wrap up with more to come. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I have not replaced my windshield wipers yet, just to let you guys know, and my screen, my infotainment still works. So thank you guys, I appreciate it, and I hope to see you, or I hope to talk to you next video. Like, subscribe, and comment, man. I appreciate you guys again. I am officially out. Like, subscribe, comment. Thank you. Bye.